moving on to some of the other projects you have in the works, because you're a busy, busy guy. I know you started a film production company with Sean, or Clown from Slipknot.
Oh, yeah.
What type of flicks are you guys looking at making?
We're looking at kind of making whatever we want, to be honest. There's probably a lot of people out there who are going to expect us to kind of jump hip deep right into the horror genre, but that's just not the way we are. I mean, me and Clown are full-on movie fans, full stop. Not just of certain movies, but of all movies. I mean, we're so into movies in every genre that's kind of what we want to do with our production company. Is we want to kind of try our hand at a little bit of everything and see what happens. And the horror stuff that we're going to try and put out is going to be way more psychological thriller, a lot more like thought. Like a lot more thought-provoking, a lot more introspective, a lot more story than just kind of, a guy running around with a knife and, naked chicks and boobs and whatnot. Although those are great things to have in a movie, it's not the only thing that we're going to do. So, but I can say everything we do is definitely going to be backed by us. I mean, we're never going to put something out that we don't back 100% because it's a representative of us.
I would love to see the Slipknot romantic comedy. Just saying.
The Slipknot rom-com.
Yeah, exactly. So that begs the question, though, being a movie buff, and I know sometimes on tour you might try to catch a flick to kill some downtime. Have you caught anything this summer that you were really like, man, that was badass?
I saw Avengers 5 times. Like, for real. Like, I would have kept going if I wasn't a father. Let's put it that way. Like, there was this, because even my son, I took my son like 2 times to see it, and he was just like, Dad, I've seen it. We're good. And I'm like, but it's the Avengers. Like, I'm freaking out, man. I had been looking so forward to that movie ever since the little teaser at the end of Iron Man. Ever since Marvel Films had started talking about really putting this together, I was, from the minute Samuel L. Jackson said the Avengers Initiative, I have had a fanboy boner from here to Kansas. Let's put it that way. Finally see it and know that there's more to come. Oh, dude, it's because, I mean, I'm a comic book freak from way back, and a Marvel kid. So this has been really exciting for me.
Yeah, Marvel's done it right. I'm more of a DC guy because I'm a comic book geek too, but I do sit and marvel, no pun intended, at what they have done with their movie universe. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, you think DC would have been able to do it, I mean, they've got such iconic characters, and they've been threatening to do the Batman-Superman movie forever, and they just haven't. They don't. I honestly think they don't understand the potential that they have.
Like what I was sitting there and we were talking to friends of mine, and I said, all they need to do to get the fanboys giddy in the pants is during the Man of Steel movie that's coming out next summer, have somebody reading the Daily Planet and just says Scarlet Speedster in Central City is the headline. And then people are like, oh, it's the Flash.
Exactly.
Boom. Fans go apeshit.
To me, I always thought that it would be great if you're going to set up a Justice League movie. It would be you can't just. I don't think DC would be able to get away with doing what Marvel did.
No.
I think what you would have to do is do that Superman-Batman movie and then have cameos by Wonder Woman, by The Flash, Even throw Ryan Reynolds in there. As much as I didn't like that movie, he's a great actor, and if he reprised it, I think for a different writer, it would be a lot better. But I think that's the way you inject enthusiasm right out of the gate, because here's a product that people have been waiting for a long time, Superman, Batman, and you do it right, and then you introduce these cameos. Then now you've saved yourself 4 or 5 movies. Now you can jump right to maybe a Wonder Woman movie or whatnot, or a Flash movie, and then you do the Justice League. And then you've saved all that time, but nobody's listening to me. I'm a singer.
I was going to say, will you go please work at Warner Brothers? I love your music, but please.
Trust me, man. All I do is sit around and think about how people can make better movies, because, I mean, as many good comic book movies as there are, there are some atrocious comic book movies that really, really piss me off. And I'm just like sitting there going, are you kidding? Do you listen to anyone other than yourself in the mirror, you idiots? You're killing us out here.
And knowing how into comics you are, it didn't surprise me when I heard that you were actually looking at making a comic that goes along with the new Stone Sour album.
Yeah, we're actually talking to some people like DC and Image, Victory Comics, which I love because they put The Boys out, man. The Boys is one of my favorite comics of all time because it's Garth Ennis. I mean, he's my favorite writer ever.
Oh, man.
So, so it's really cool. We're really kind of starting to put the pieces together to do something really, really fantastic because these two albums, I'm telling you right now, dude, the best music I've ever done in a long time. It's the best music that Stone Sour has ever done. And the fact that we pulled off two albums is amazing. In the space of time that it takes to make one, people are going to lose their minds. It's really cool.
I think all in all, it sounds like a pretty ambitious project from start to finish.
Yeah. My dream is, in a perfect world, we'll release the two albums. Part 1, House of Gold and Bones, Part 1, is going to be released in October. That's the plan right now. House of Gold and Bones Part 2 will be released probably April or May of next year. And then, obviously we'll tour for a while. We'll kind of do that thing. And once we stop and, I go to do Slipknot again, my hope and dream is to work on 2 movies for these albums.
Nice.
And really make it something special. So in a perfect world, we'll see what happens. There's all these things that really have to happen a perfect way for that to happen, but we'll just kind of see what happens,
When are we going to get the first single, do you know, from the Stone Sour?
First single should be dropping either middle of August or last week of August, so very soon. And we're actually going to release the first 2 songs from the album. We're going to go to, it's sounding like we're going to go to like metal radio with the first song, which is called Gone Sovereign. And then our single is actually the second song on the album. It's called Absolute Zero. And the cool thing is they connect. Those 2 songs connect to each other. So if you put them together, you'll have the first 2 songs of the album, and it'll really kind of take you on a weird trip. And it's really, really cool.
So you're almost given like the first chapter of the story.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, like the first few pages, let's put it that way.
Okay.
And the cool thing is that I've cut the story in half. It's an original story that I wrote myself, and the first half of that story will be in disc 1. So you'll be able to listen to the music and read the story. You'll have to go to the website to get the lyrics.
Very, very cool, man. This is an amazing project. You always have something up your sleeve, brother.
I'm always trying to push the boundaries, man. There's way too much mediocre out there. You got to do something that's special. I mean, that to me, that's the whole reason that I do what I do, because I strive for exception. I strive to do something that people go, oh, dude, that was amazing. If you're not trying to do that, you're wasting everyone's time.